Welcome back to Alabama Live. October is National Depression and Mental Health Awareness Month. Depression impacts millions of people of all ages and genders. Joining us right now live over Zoom is Avery Berry from the Samaritan Counseling Center. Avery, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well on a Monday. We appreciate you joining us. Hey, everyone has those days where they might feel a little bit off, a little bit down, and maybe it lasts for 2 or 3 days. But how do you know the difference between maybe just having a few bad days and experiencing some real depression?
It's a really good question. Just like you said, a lot of people experience sadness, and that sadness can go on for a few days, maybe even a few weeks. If somebody starts to feel that low mood for, I'd say, more than a month, definitely worth going to talk to your doctor about, because there may need to be screened for some depression.
Is depression treatable? Is that something that people can go and get tested for and maybe confirm that, hey, I'm not just kind of having a down couple of days, but this is something I need actual help for?
Absolutely. A really good place to start, if somebody has a primary care doctor, would be to go to your primary care doctor and see if they can screen you for depression. The doctor may also be able to refer you to a psychiatrist or even a counselor who might be able to screen that person for depression.
If you are diagnosed with depression, what are some of the common treatments or things you can do to hopefully get back on the right track?
Yeah. Very common talk therapy for depression is called cognitive behavioral therapy. And cognitive behavioral therapy mingled with medication for the people who really do need medication to manage those depressive symptoms can have a lot of success in reducing their feelings of depression.
A lot of folks have family members they might be concerned or worried about. What are some of the warning signs? What should we look for? And if you think a loved one might be suffering some depression, talk about what you need to look for and what you should do if that is the case.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have somebody in your life that seems to be experiencing prolonged sadness, if they say that they feel empty, or if you start to feel hopeless yourself, maybe thoughts in your mind of worthlessness, like I'm worthless. If that starts to last for a while and you're not really sure where it's coming from, you might want to go talk to somebody. If you feel extreme fatigue, you're having a really difficult time getting out of bed in the morning, your body feels physically tired or weighed down, difficulty sleeping, agitation, even difficulty concentrating, something may be off. So it's always worth going to talk to your doctor and telling them your symptoms.
Avery, we've had you join us on Alabama Live since even before the pandemic, so years here on the show, and we talk about mental health and depression. Have you noticed a change? Have people gotten a little bit more willing to discuss this and be a little more open about it, or is it still something people try to push to the side and hide?
It's always getting better, Judd. The stigma seems to be reducing. There are people who are still very concerned about bringing whatever it is on their mind into the light and talking about it with a professional. It's completely understandable. But we really want people to know that there is a space in counseling and even with doctors, psychiatrists, all sorts of mental health professionals who are absolutely willing to hear their story, hear what's going on with them, and try to help.
Avery, talk about the Samaritan Counseling Center, the services you guys provide. And if somebody is watching right now and says, hey, I might need some help, what should they do? Absolutely.
So we are a nonprofit. We're serving the River region. And if an individual would like to come and get established in counseling, all they have to do is go to our website, www.tsccenter.org, and there's a schedule a session button at the top right-hand corner. Or you can call our office at 334-262-7787, and one of our lovely office staff will get you connected with a therapist.
Avery Berry with the Samaritan Counseling Center. Always appreciate your time and your insight. Thanks for joining us today on Alabama Live.